Okay. So could you start by introducing yourself, telling us like your name, your major, and how long you've been here at UF?
Yeah, so I'm a second-year student at UF. I'm a public relations major. My name is Erin Lewis. Anything else? Did I forget anything? I'm like, it's only 3 questions. I shouldn't have forgotten.
So can you tell us why you're here today and what you've been witnessing?
Yeah, so we actually just came from, we had a deaf event that we went to for one of our sign language classes, and we knew that the protest was going on, but we weren't sure if we were going to get out in time to go or anything, so we didn't prepare anything, but we saw it going on, and so I just kind of wanted to experience what was going on and just sort of see what the environment was, if it was hostile, if it wasn't, and just sort of see what was going on.
So how did you hear about the speaker coming to campus today?
So the first thing I saw about it was the Facebook event, and then I had a lot of friends talking about it on Facebook and how it affected them and impacted them, and I was having a lot of mixed emotions as far as wanting to support my friends, but also not really knowing how to help because you can't really change anything when somebody's coming to campus. So just sort of navigating how to be an ally in the midst of it.
So how would you describe the crowd today and the energy surrounding the event?
I definitely didn't feel like it was hostile at all. I feel like the energy was, I never felt unsafe in it, but at the same time, you could tell that people were, very upset and very hurt. The March for Our Lives, students that were there holding signs and mirrors, and it's that just, gives you goosebumps, you know? Just, thinking about the fact that, that could be you, and that were some people here, their friends, that was them. So just sort of that environment, you can tell a lot of people are just hurt and not really okay in this space, and that sort of hurts my heart. But I am very proud of the community and the campus for having it be still a safe environment in the midst of that, in the midst of unrest, emotions, and conflicts of interest.
So who are you here with today? Do you know anyone else who is here that you might not be with?
Yeah, so I'm here with mostly I came with my roommate Gabby, so we came together, but I have a few other friends from the campus ministry that I'm involved in that I know are here, like Ali Salami. I know that she's here and would not mind at all me putting her name out for you guys. But yeah, I know quite a few people that are also here in protest of this.
Right. So how has the university campus climate affected you?
Surrounding the protest?
Correct. And the speaker itself.
Honestly, it hasn't affected me that much just because they didn't have to shut anything down other than the street right now. So it hasn't really done that much for me. If anything, it's just sort of made me anxious not knowing what it was going to look like because you never know, you could get here and it could be terrible, or you could get here and it could be fine. So that's sort of been anxiety inducing, but other than that, nothing too crazy.
Okay. So have you or anyone you know experienced any confrontation or harassment here at campus?
I think it sort of depends, if you mean, do you mean about the event?
Yes, and any other time on campus.
So the majority of my friends are, not in support of this event. So, I feel like they haven't necessarily received a lot of harassment about it. I can't think of any specific incidents, but I know that they have in terms of, sort of not being in a majority or not really feeling included in certain groups because of where they come from or how they identify. But I don't know of any specific, just off the top of my head, instances. But yes, I know that they have.
What has the university's response been to the message here today?
Nothing. I feel like they've nothing, which kind of, to be blunt, sucks. Because I feel like there's been a lot of hate and a lot of hurt, and they've just sort of been quiet about it, other than oh, we invite whoever and it's okay and this is our rules. But it's okay, well, we've also found out that the SG president or whoever has donated to his campaign, and it's well, how is that allowed? How are we allowed to be doing this? So yeah, I feel like they really haven't responded, which is unfortunate because normally they're good about responding to things relatively.
What can be done by the university to combat hateful rhetoric or to open more safe spaces for marginalized communities?
I think a big part of it is I saw that. So just truly opening the campus to all viewpoints, you know, yeah, they say it's a free speech and anyone can come and whatever. It's okay, but then look at who you're inviting and look at that track record, and it's well, how do you think people feel that aren't included in that viewpoint? You know what I mean? Like, where is their representation? Where is their far left field? Where is their middle ground? You know what I mean? It's like none of that's really being covered. So I think even if just talking about like accent speakers, it's like, okay, well, why isn't there more diversity in that? But just in general, I think listening and being okay responding to that, and not being afraid to hurt people that are like big donors or in the majority. It's like, okay, well, yes, that's important, but at the same time, like, doesn't it matter if you're like hurting your students?
Awesome. Thank you so much for there.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.